Hi all, we're going to do some more Ruby. This will be number 6. I'm going to go ahead and put that on C:. I've got a folder I made on C:, the Ruby folder, so I'll just go ahead and drag that in there. You don't have to do that, but it just makes it easier to navigate to the folder with the command prompt. Do dir to see the files. We only have 5. CLS to clear the screen. And let's run number 1 and see what it does. And then we'll go through it. Okay, so it's a simple printout. Usually we start with similar ones from the previous video, so we get a refresher. So this is a multi-line comment. This starts the comment, this ends the comment, and these are the multiple lines of the comment. Here we create a function. We define a function, name my function. We do one printout inside the function, then we end it. This is a comment saying, okay, we're going to do a function call. So we do the function call, it executes the function, and we get the printout. Okay, that one should be fairly easy right now. Now we'll do number 2. Okay, so now we have one with 2 functions. Function 1 and function 2. And we have 2 function calls. This function call calls number 1. This function call calls number 2. See, when you write a program, you normally have multiple functions. Okay, so this begins with a comment. We define my function 1 has one print statement in it. Here's our new line at the end, and we end the function. Then we define a second function. My function 2 has one print statement, a new line inside the line, and then we end the function. Okay, then we have a comment, and we call function 1. My function 1 executes this function, comes up and it prints out hello from function 1, and that's how we get this line here. And then the new line here moves it down to the next line. Okay, so next we have a comment, And then we call function 2, comes up here and runs function 2. My function 2 does the printout, hello from function 2, and it prints out this line. Okay, so that's something different. We have one function, we have two functions, and two separate function calls. Call function 1, call function 2. Okay, next we'll do number 3. We'll open it up. So this one doesn't quite fit on the screen. There's just a little bit more at the bottom here. Okay, so top part is a comment, multi-line comment. So then we create a variable called name, stick the word Harry in it, then we do a printout just to make sure it works. Name is, this guy here comes up and grabs name and prints Harry here. That's how we get the first line here, name is Harry. And then we do a new line. That moves us down to the next line here. Then we create a couple functions. Create one function here. Create function 2 here. And you can see now there's two lines inside each function. There's one print line and a new line. The main difference is these functions now take a variable. And then we have the two function calls down here. So this function, we'll call this one. This function, we'll call this one. Okay, so this is a comment. We call function 1, my function 1, and send it the variable name. So this executes my function 1. Name comes up here and gets Harry. Harry comes into here. Then Harry comes into here. And then we have the printout. Print name inside function is. That's where we get this. Name inside function is. Then this guy comes up here and gets Harry and prints it out here. Next, we have a comment, call function 2, and then we have the function call, my function 2, and send it the variable name. It calls function 2, it runs function 2, the variable Harry comes in here, does the printout, name inside function 2 is, prints this out, name inside function 2 is, and then this goes up, grabs Harry, and prints it out here. Then we do a new line, and that's how we get that space. So this is just an example with two functions. Two separate functions. We're sending the same variable to both of them. Okay, so next we'll do number 4. Clear the screen. Let's go ahead and run it first. You can see this one's just a bit longer. It's basically the same as the one we just did. There's two functions. But now they take two arguments. And we're doing some math here. Okay, so let's go ahead and run through this. We start with the comment. This starts the comment, this ends the comment. We have a multi-line comment here. We create two variables. Num1 is equal to 5, num2 is equal to 7. Then we do a printout. Num1 is this guy grabs the 5 and prints it out. That's how we get this line. Num1 is 5. Then we do a new line. That's how we get down to this second line. Then we do another printout. Num2 is, and then we have this guy comes up here and gets num2. That's how we get this line. Num2 is 2. Okay, so that should be fairly easy. Okay, so the rest of the program, we've got function 1, function 2, and we'll go over the functions when we do the function calls. And then we have the two function calls here. Call function 1, call function 2. Okay, so this is just a comment. And then we call function 1 and send it two variables. Num1, num2. So this will be the 5, this will be the 2. Right? 5 and 2. Okay, so we call function 1, call function 1. We define my function 1, name it my function 1. Two variables. My function 1 accepts two arguments. So num1 comes into here. Num2 comes into here. And then this is the same technique we saw in the previous video. We take num1 and store it in A. Then we take num2 and store it in B. Then we do some math. A plus B, put the total here. So this is 5, 5 goes into here. This is 2, 2 goes into here. And we got 5 plus 2. So 7 goes into here. Then we do a printout. Total inside function 1 is colon. That's how we get this. Total inside function 1 is colon. And then this guy comes up here and grabs total and prints out the 7. These should be just a review but you can see they get a little harder when you start adding more functions and more function calls. So. Okay, so then we do function 2. This is a comment. We call function 2, sending it to variables. Same two variables that we had up here, 5 and 2. So we call function 2, send it a 5, send it a 2. We come to function 2. We have a comment. We define the function name. So 5 comes into here, 2 comes into here. We create two variables. 5 comes into here, 5 is put in here. 2 comes into here, right? It comes from here to here, and 2 is put into here. Then we do some math. 5 minus 2, and the total is put in there. That's how we get the 3. Then we do the printout. Total inside function 2 is colon. That's this, or total inside function 2 is colon. Then this guy grabs total from here and prints out 3. And then we do the new line. That's how we get this space here. So most of that should just be a review from other programs that we've done, but it's just a little bit more drawn out. You know, print it out, study it, make sure you understand how things flow around. It should be fairly easy, but there's still a lot to it. So that was number 4. Now we'll do 5. Okay, so it prints out number 2, then it calls a function, prints out number is 3, and then it returns a number. Functions can return a number. And that's done here. Return num. See, we execute the function here, send it a number, comes up, it executes the function, number comes into here, and the number is 2 here. So we got 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 goes into here, and then we do the printout, and then this would be the important part, return 3. See, 3 is stored in here. So 3 is sent back to the function call. Return num. 3 is in num. So it returns back to the function call, and then 3 is stored in num here. So this is a pretty common line. We do the function call, and then the function returns something, and it's stored back in here. We do a new line, and then we do a print statement. Return number is colon. That's how we get this. Return number is colon, and then 3 is put in here. And then this guy comes up and grabs the 3 and prints out the 3 here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pick through this one more time. It starts out with a comment. This begins a multi-line comment. This ends a multi-line comment, but we only have one line. So function returns a value. Okay, so we create a variable and store 2 in number. Then we just do a printout just to make sure it worked. Number is colon. That's this guy here. Number is colon. And then this guy comes up and grabs number and prints out a 2. Then we do the new line. Okay, then we have a comment. We're going to create a function here. We'll go over the function when we do the function call. Then we have a comment, call the function. And then we have a printout. We're just doing something a little fancy here. We're letting the user know that we're doing something. Okay? And that's this here, calling function. Then we do a new line. That's how we get down to the next line. And then we do the function call. And we can see that the function is going to return something here. So we do the function call and send it number. Number is 2. So we do the function call. It comes up here and it runs the function. My function. 2 comes into here. 2 comes into here. Add 1 to it. Put 3 in here. Then we do the printout. Number is colon. That's how we get this guy. Number is colon. And then this guy comes up and grabs 3 from here and prints out 3 here. Then we return num. What's in num? 3. 3 is in num. So this return returns right back to where we came from. We came from the function call here. And it returned the value of 3. Because 3 was stored in here. And then we do a new line. So it gets us down here on the next line. Then we do another print statement. Return number is colon. Return number is colon. And then this guy here comes up and grabs the 3 from here and prints out the 3 here. Okay, so that's a tough one. That's a new concept. And like I said, that's probably the whole gist of this video, is that you get the idea of returning a value from a function. We do the function call, run the function, and then the function can return a value. This is how we can tell that it's returning something. After the function is executed, it returns back to where it came from. stores the value in the variable placed here. Okay, I think we'll call her a day there. I'll see you next time. Bye.